It's 2014 and the sounds are still happening on the internet. GJRB Online, still the What's Happening sound. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. New shows coming this fall on GJRB Online. If you are a new Christian, country, bluegrass, or jazz artist and would like your music to be played on GJRB's up-and-coming show, now's the time. Just send me an email containing an MP3 of your music, along with information of your band or solo artist, including city and state and origin and bio to up-and-coming at my email address, GaryJ65@yahoo.com. Also include the name of the song or album in your email. SoundCloud listeners, this also goes for you. If you subscribe to GJRB Online and SoundCloud and your songs are on there, I would like to play them for you. Just give me permission at the same aforementioned email address and say, Gary Russen, play my song. Then listen to Up and Coming with different shows in each genre. Program schedules will be available in my new Google Plus blog, or log on to www.Spreaker.com on my Gary John Russen public site for up-and-coming schedule information. Swing Time is back this fall on GJRB. This time, the spotlight is on Harry James. A child of the circus performers, he started showbiz early with a desire for music when he was at the age of 6. His trumpet sounds are one of the most popular in the early 40s. Harry James story on Swing Time. Watch for a podcast upload Saturday, October 25th on the GJRB public site from GJRB. Attention, bands and emerging artists. Up and Coming is back and on more often. I'm talking about the main show featuring all genres. Send me your recordings or let me know where they're at, such as SoundCloud, SoundClick, Reverb Nation, and other sites. I'll get them, review them, and then play them on Up and Coming. Watch out for Up and Coming podcast on GJRB's public site or broadcast live here on GJRB. Watch for announcements close to the scheduled air date. Up and Coming, Saturday, November 1st on GJRB.
This is Michael J. Martin, and you're listening to the Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online.
And we're wrapping up the Gary Russen Program here on GJRB Online, putting a close to it. About 13 minutes left of the show before we say goodbye and leave you here with more great stuff on the way. And great lead-in, of course, to Coast AM coming up next on many great radio stations across the United States that carry Coast to Coast, like WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And a brand new radio station in Pittsburgh carrying a station that my mother used to listen to when I was a kid, and went back around. It's just amazing how things just go around the full circle, because WJAS used to be a talk station long time ago, and is a talk station once again in Pittsburgh. WJAS AM 1320, bringing you Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. Also, WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, and fine other great radio stations throughout the country carrying George Norrie, Coast to Coast AM. And a great program that is, too. Love listening to it. All right, that's coming up next for people who want to listen to it on the radio at any one of your fine radio stations carrying Coast to Coast AM. All right? All right, let's see. Coming up next Friday, launches our GJRB Fall Spectacular. And I've been talking about this for some time. It's going to be really great. We're doing some new stuff. All the regular programs that you've wondered about, like Up and Coming, is going to be on more often. I have this show on a lot. Way Out There coming back for more shows. The Best of the Gary Russen Program, clips of past shows. We're going to bring that back. A whole lot of other stuff coming up. And next weekend starts it all. The GJRB Fall Spectacular coming on the air next week. It's going to be great. The following Monday, which will be the 6th, I believe, Monday, October 6th, we're going to have the broadcast of our church services from CCF, Christian Worship Service, for Christian Community Fellowship. Will be on. I'm going to post our services for this week on as a podcast only. That's coming up this week. I'm going to work on that one. And the following week, the following Monday at 12 o'clock noon Central, we're going to bring you the church services for Christian Community Fellowship. And then right after that, another, I believe it's a Positive Rock show. 6th even, right? Yeah. Let me check my schedule here. Got it on my little dormant Street Talk phone here on my calendar. All I gotta do is go into October and pull it up. Okay, to make sure. Yeah, CCF Church services at noon Central Time, 1 o'clock East, and 9 a.m. West. And we'll follow at 2 o'clock Central by the Positive Rock Show, our Christian rock show. Of course, that's always the best, the Positive Rock Show. Another edition of the Positive Rock Show with our Freestyle Monday and it will be a Emerging Artist Monday again on the Positive Rock Show. So tune in for that. That will be coming up on Monday, the 6th October. Another broadcast of the Positive Rock Show, Emerging Monday. Brand new artist coming up. So if you're an emerging Christian band, get your songs in there. I'll throw them on. And don't forget the Up and Coming show will be on the air again at the beginning of November. So I'll give you the details on that. Don't forget, I'll be posting the schedule on my Spreaker site. I'll be posting my schedule on YouTube and on for all you YouTube listeners. Only that schedule, all the programs on that schedule will have a star by. That means that those shows will be heard on YouTube. That is the Gary Russen Program and Way Out There. Music shows like the Positive Rock Show, Swing Time will not be heard on YouTube, but those will, and I'll put a star by the ones that will not be heard on YouTube. Okay, the other shows, the Gary Russen Program, all my talk shows will be heard on YouTube. CCF Church Services and the Bible Study and Way Out There will be heard on YouTube, but the rest of it is going to only be heard on Spreaker or Facebook or Google+. Okay, just to let you know about that so that you are aware of it. Okay, that's the following Monday. Now, that following Tuesday we will not be on the air. That will be off day, no broadcast on Tuesday the 7th. Okay, no broadcast on Tuesday the 7th. I'm going to be working on some production. I'll be doing production 3 days in a row that day with some show prep, broadcast preparations. And then on Friday the 10th, that following Friday, October 10th, at 12 noon Central, will be some smooth jazz, followed at 2 by another smooth afternoon of smooth jazz, the very beginning of our Fall Spectacular here on GJRB. So you're going to want to tune in for that. That's going to be cool. And we're going to have a lot of good stuff on. So you might want to listen to that broadcast that day. And we'll be bringing you all those good programs. And I hope you will tune in to GJRB Online. Tell your friends, get it. And like I said before, Tonight, I think basically I just didn't promote this show enough, and I think that's why I didn't really get very many listeners. Because the show didn't get its heavy promotion. But next Friday will. I've got plans on really heavily promoting next weekend so that you get a chance to listen to the show. Okay, so be aware of that. I'm going to plan on making sure that the program does get its listenership, and I'll be working on that one a lot during this couple of days. Now, I'm going to be working on the next week's program starting on Monday, and I'm going to be going through and posting promos for it. I'm going to even I'm going to record a promo for the Gary Russen program probably Monday for the next show, for the next primetime show. And I'm going to promote it, and I'm going to post a lot of stuff I'm going to talk about on the Facebook with some of the news items that come up through the week and things that concern me and stuff, and we're going to go through all that. And we'll put it on the air. We'll have it right here on GJRB, and you can listen to another edition of the Gary Russen program next week right here. So this is a place to be. GJRB Online, the Gary Russen program. Glad you could be with me tonight, and at least listening to part of the show. Didn't really get much on, but it was okay. A lot of things, I have a lot packed. Sometimes I usually do is I over-promote it, and then sometimes I don't promote it enough, and then sometimes I work too hard on my material, and I get too much for one show. But, it's just the amateur show, okay? For people who listen on Spreaker, this is somewhat of an amateur show yet. I'm on a free plan. So a lot of what I do is half-hour segments, and just that way. It's the way I do things here, and I had a great time. I always have a great time doing this program, and had a great time tonight putting this show on, and just seeing if there's anybody out there listening, even though I went and saw nobody listening live tonight. But, I get disappointed, but I'm okay, It's a Friday night, and I know that a lot of people out there aren't really listening in. So, don't forget, folks, the challenge is on. The challenge is on for you people out there in Radio Land to not complain, to just put off that complaining and do the 7-day challenge. And I meant to put this on last hour, so here it is, folks. Time to take that challenge, the Gary Russen Program GJRB Online Challenge, to be thankful for 3 things for the next 7 days. GJRB wants an issue of challenge. For the next 7 days, be thankful to God, people, and other things in your life, such as family. Make it family first. Then the opportunities you might have had, maybe such as being able to have a good job, marriage, anything. You can do this. 3 things every day for 7 days. Go. See what God can do for you. And that's it. That's what we want you to do the next 7 days. And I started last Sunday, but fortunately for me, it didn't turn out too well. You know what I mean? It just didn't turn out too well. I kind of complained in the middle of the week because we have guys over here, runs this apartment, who